Welcome to this week's episode of the Author Collaborative. As always, I'll be talking to an author whose book I have recently read and enjoyed. And my guest for this week is somebody who's been on the show in every season. She's a veteran of the show, and I'm very excited to talk to her one more time. Hi, Hina. Thank you for joining. Hi, Joyful Living with Preeti. Thank you for joining. My guest for today is Namita Das, and she is a repeat guest. She has been on the show multiple times, and we are both going to discuss a genre that we have both explored for the first time as authors, and very excited to talk about our latest releases. Namita is already here. Let me just invite her and start the episode. We can try again. Okay, yes, she's here. Hi,
Hi.
how are you? Welcome back.
Thank you. I have lost the number of count for how many times I
I
have
think this is
already
the
been
ninth
on the
time. I
show.
was counting that you have been on every season, and then I counted the number of seasons I have done with the show. So, yes,
Uh-huh.
this is the ninth time you are coming on the show.
One more, and then we'll be finishing like whole 10.
Yes. Okay, Hina is saying can't hear you. You can't hear me or Namita, whose voice is a problem. Let me know, Hina. Actually, your volume is low for little bit
Let
low
me
for me
try.
also.
Now,
No, अभी भी थोड़ा कम ही है.
अभी भी
Can
कम
hear
है.
you now. Okay, Hina can hear. Can you hear both of us?
Let me try the headphones if it is still slow. Is it still low? Still
Sorry.
low? Still low? अच्छा रुको.
See, I can't hear you.
Wait, let me try my headphones.
Okay, just a minute. Let me also try something.
अरे बाप रे. Now, how is it?
I think this should work now. Okay.
अरे तो
So,
ईयरफोन लगा लिए.
no, I can't hear you. I'm so sorry.
Still, you can't hear me?
No, एक बार
Oh.
हेडफोन्स फिर से निकाल दो क्योंकि मैंने ना फैन बंद कर दिया. तो आई थिंक दैट शुड हेल्प.
अभी
हाँ. Yes.
ठीक है.
हाँ,
Okay.
ठीक है, ठीक है.
Okay. ठीक है.
Instagram and its glitches.
There has to be some or the other glitch every time we meet. Every
Yes.
time.
Very excited to have you on the show, and just one more book by or both of us, and we'll be in double figures. So,
Yes.
yes, we have to bring out the next book soon now.
Now that is kind of a pressure for me कि अभी लिखना पड़ेगा लिखना पड़ेगा.
So, firstly, congratulations on this book. You have tried something different for the first time, and
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is the second time actually I'm saying this because when you were on the show the previous time, I said you have tried something new at that time also, and this
But
is
then
now
I
again something new.
maintained my element over here.
Sorry.
I maintained my element over here. Full of humor. This is not a
Yes.
completely different thing for me.
I'm just going to show everyone the book before we get into the further details. So this is the book of Namita's latest release, Aurora's Call, and it's a children's fantasy. I'm not going to say children's fantasy. Let's just say fantasy because every age group can read it. So let's not
Mm.
limit it. है ना?
Yeah.
And I must say, it is so creative. I mean, you have taken up issues that we are all facing every day. You have taken depleting resources. You have taken the disharmony between humans and other beings as, the central focal point of the story. And you have given solutions that might be, a little, fantasy related, but they are
Mm.
very much, implementable in the real world
Hmm.
also. So that's
Hmm.
what I really liked. And the characters are also so real. And you have taken Mumbai. I mean, when you take Mumbai as your setting, मेरा तो दिल वही पिघल जाता है. So thank you. Reading about Mumbai, about 50, 100 years
Hmm.
from now with the flying cars and, high towers and all of that was also very fun. So well done on
Hmm.
that also.
Thank
Before we
you.
get into the question and answer, I'm just going to read out a few passages from the first chapter itself because, you know, Mumbai hai and we are getting into the setting. I want everyone to see how
Hmm.
you have painted a picture of futuristic Mumbai. So this is the chapter one, The Whisperer of Mumbai, that is the title. And the Whisperer is the person who, is the main character here. He is Dr. Noah, and you have to go check out the book to understand why he's so important and what he does in this entire story. So this is how the chapter starts. In 2200, Mumbai was a dazzling tapestry of light and motion. Its skyline was a forest of neon light skyscrapers that glowed against the twilight sky. Hover cars zipped through the air, leaving trails of sparkling vapor. At the same time, holographic billboards flashed advertisements for self-cleaning jackets and instant mango smoothies. मुझे इस पे बात करनी है बाद में. Why is this? Why is this a recurring factor in your book? I have to know, but later. Okay. Where were we? I lost my flow. Huh. At the heart of
Mango
this
smoothie.
bustling metropolis stood the Sharma Research Lab, a magnificent dome of translucent glass that shimmered like a giant soap bubble. Inside, Dr. Noah Sharma, the world's most celebrated animal whisperer, worked miracles that bridged the gap between humans and creatures of all kinds. Doctor Noah was a whirlwind of energy with curly black hair that bounced like springs and warm brown eyes that twinkled with kindness and mischief. His lab coat, embroidered with tiny paw prints, fluttered as he darted between workstations. The lab itself was a wonderland of futuristic marvels, walls pulsed with holographic maps of Earth's ecosystem, tracking migrations of whales and flocks of starlings. Drones shaped like ladybugs zipped around, delivering tools, and a towering crystal aquarium bubbled with bioluminescent fish that glowed in patterns to signal their moods. At the center of it all was Dr. Noah's pride and joy, the talkie turner, a palm-sized device that gleamed like a polished opal, etched with delicate feathers and paw prints. This ingenious invention translated animal sounds, squawks, growls, purrs, and chirps into human words and human speech into animal languages, allowing Dr. Noah to counsel creatures from chattering sparrows to lumbering elephants. I'm going to stop here because this talkie turner has already been revealed and it plays a very important part in the
Yeah.
entire story.
Yes.
And you know the setting now. We are in 2200 in Mumbai. The main setting is Mumbai, but we do travel all over the world. Let's just say
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
In the
I
end,
am
we are
very
traveling
happy
all
to
over the
see
world.
Mumbai in such a
Hmm.
positive light. मतलब you've not talked about the pollution, the overgrowing population. वो सब छोड़ के हाँ मुंबई डेवलप हुआ है और पॉजिटिवली हुआ है.
डॉक्टर नोवा है ना वहाँ पे ही डेवलप्ड.
Exactly, we need a Dr.
हाँ.
Noah. I think in every
हाँ.
metropolis. Okay, so based on my reading, I do have a few questions for you. My first
Yes.
question to you is you have written a children's book before, Keen Little Cuckoo, which I believe was also your debut book, right?
Yes. Yes.
And now this is what number book is this?
I
Seventh?
lost
Sixth?
count.
Oh
I
my
lost count.
god. Okay, doesn't matter, but it's been a while. I mean, after
Yeah,
your
it's
first
been a while. Yeah.
book and this one,
Hmm.
there's been a long
Yeah.
gap, and you have tried different genres in between, and
Yes.
now you are
Hmm.
back into children's literature. So
Yes.
tell us about what made you, come back to this genre, and why you have chosen a different subgenre. That one was a little different from this. We are
Hmm.
looking at fantasy here. That one was not that, obviously. So why this long gap, and why have you come back to the genre and chosen a different subgenre?
So, Manali, as you know me, like all my books, all my stories are always driven by something or the other that is going on in my life. So, Keen Little Cuckoo, when I wrote Keen Little Cuckoo, my own son, Cuckoo, was very small. and he had speech delay, and we were getting him to read. So at that time, that was my driving factor to write an alphabet book where I can teach him multiple other things. So it was a picture book for youngsters,
Yes.
young, like early learners, less than 4 years of age. Then, when I was writing other stories, even the silent battle, like I told you, I was into my psychology course and I was doing that, and I had like, oh, I have to address this thing. Same was with Grey Rainbow Love, Reset, Restart, Resume. Everything was like there's something driving me. So now in this book, what happened was, there was a competition, I think writing competition. I forgot the name, which one it was, and they had this climate theme where
Okay.
we have to assume like after 3000 years what is going to happen. So I was planning to in like attempt, but then I tried, I wrote something and then it didn't go through. I was not able to finish the story by then, and this was like 2 years back.
Okay.
Then the story was just lying in my laptop somewhere. I forgot about it. Then recently it happened like again, the counseling thing came in where I was talking to an adolescent, like a teenager, and I could like when I was speaking to them, I felt like I can do something for these guys also because they know I write books, but my other books are more they have some kind of agenda, so it's not well suited for under 18. So I
Hmm.
thought that maybe I can write something for these guys. So I converted this book into a genre which can be read by teenagers, or
Okay.
not even teenagers, like anyone 7 or 8 plus, because I had been talking to a few of them, and all of them knew that yeah, I am right, I'm an author, I have written books, and they would be like, oh, we would like to read something. But then I thought like Keen Little Cuckoo is too like they're not too young to read Keen Little Cuckoo, and I did not want to recommend other books because I felt like okay, you're still not in that age that I would, yeah, you should be reading those also, but then you're still not at that age. So
Hmm.
finally I decided chalo, something
Okay.
for the middle age group. So that is how like too many factors came in, and finally I came up with this book.
Oh, wow. So now you've written a book that caters to all age groups, I believe. You know?
Yes, by now. Yes.
That
Only
is
this middle
amazing.
age, yeah, so middle age group was missing, so that is also completed now.
That
So
is
now I
awesome.
have one book for each age group.
Yes. Wow. A talented author. And indeed, listening to the market demands. उसके हिसाब से you answered everyone's calls कि हमारे लिए भी कुछ लिखो.
Hmm. क्योंकि अब
Okay.
I was like when they would come up with it's funny, I was like it's funny be I don't think you should be reading मतलब there's
Hmm.
nothing in that, but still like I would do husband wife banter पढ़ के तुम क्या करोगे ना.
Yeah.
तो and then secondly middle age group they are more into fantasy, and
Yes.
something is happening different and they don't want to be in the real world yet. So I said okay, let's try.
Hmm.
So that is how I came up with this book.
Okay, so you combined the two things. Ki you had participated in a writing challenge some years back. That was
Yeah.
lying in your drafts, and then this factor motivated you to bring it back.
हाँ,
Yeah, work
कि
on it
चलो
again.
I can at least go on with that when I can pick up, because this will work, because this is a
Yeah.
genre like, and this is a story that these kids will love to read.
Hmm. Nice. Good call and good motivation. I should say by the kids. Yeah. That pushed
Mm.
you to work on a draft that you had forgotten about, probably. Right.
Yes, that's true.
Which brings me to my second question. All the characters in this book, I must say, you have chosen different species of animals that we look at, that Dr. Noah is interacting with and helping
Mm.
out. And you have given different quirky names also to the animals that we are meeting throughout the story. Now, I want to understand. Please take us to the process where you followed not only for choosing the specific animals and the species to be a part of this fantasy story, but also how you pick the names for each character because they are very very topical. Like उनके character personality traits से भी match हो रहे हैं
हाँ.
उनके names.
Actually, while writing, I did not put so much thought in it. Ki, is it are the names resonating so much? But it was like penguin है, तो penguin का name Peace is something
Okay.
that matches a penguin. So Penny, Perry, Pip.
Hmm.
So those names, and then again for the bear couple, Barry, Bella, so B ऐसे. Again
Okay.
Skuas के लिए Skipper, Stella. तो and also yeah, मतलब Skipper और Stella के time पे what happened was I wanted to show that character. Stella feels like that uptight female who is okay, just doing everything, and she's not going to take any nonsense. So Stella name suits that. And Skipper ऐसा है ना कि okay, he's just funny and doing all those things. So maybe थोड़ा सा factor होगा, but I did not put too much thought in it. But yeah, I mean that is how I came. I was like instantly penguin का क्या होना चाहिए? The purpose, so it was a penny. So if it is penny, then penny का husband, how will it be? Like Perry. So वो match कर जाता है. So that
Hmm.
was it. Like it was a very simple process. मतलब कैसा है ना? I kept kids in mind. What will a kid do?
Okay.
What will a kid like?
Yes.
तो तो ऐसे मतलब थोड़ा quirky names.
That's a nice thought to have. I think you should keep the age group in mind that you are,
Age group.
catering to while writing such stories. Nice one. And also, I like that you use the particular first letter of the animal or the
Yeah.
species that you were writing about. अगर penguin है तो P से, bear है तो B से.
हाँ,
Yeah,
B
that's
से
also
हाँ. So,
nice.
and it became easier then because
Yeah,
I wanted small names only so that they stick in your mind.
yeah. And now coming back to an add-on question that I have that popped up in my head when I was reading the paragraph from the book. What is this obsession with mango lassi and mango smoothie? Because there are multiple references in the book. ये एक अलग से कैरेक्टर आ रहा है मैंगो लस्सी का और मैंगो स्मूदी का बताओ प्लीज वी हैव टू नो
See, what happened was I, as a person, like when I was working, मुझे cold coffee पीने का बहुत शौक था. I would be
हाँ
like going, taking a cold coffee all the time, and मेरे हाथ में हमेशा coffee रहती थी. So I wanted to, and in this whole story, if you see, there is some element of me in that. Dr.
या
Noah has curly hair.
वो
Sounds
समझ में आ गया
counselor. So I wanted to put some element from me in the whole book. So Dr. Noah ka character is also based somewhat on me. Like I like to counsel people. I like to talk to people. So but यहाँ पे people ने we have got animals over here. So it's counseling animals right now. So because it's a futuristic book. So that way. So but I did not want to put cold coffee because cold coffee seems to general
टू
everyone is
टेस्टेड
drinking cold
या
coffee. So then I was thinking कि और क्या कर सकते हैं. Then I thought maybe strawberry, but then I was like Mumbai and strawberry doesn't go hand in hand. Then I got like mango. Mango mango is something which matches Mumbai, so
Hmm.
mango.
Again, you use the same letter, M and M.
हाँ.
Nice.
तो
Mango
वही
Mumbai.
मतलब
Nice.
yeah. So something
Okay.
like which will, and it feels, when you're reading and you're like mango lassi, strawberry lassi doesn't have that, rhythm.
Hmm.
If I'm reading and there was a strawberry lassi, so no rhythm in that. Mango lassi, mango smoothie, there's a rhythm even when you're reading it.
Nice.
So
And
when you're
yes,
writing something humor, you have to maintain that.
yes, and I'm so glad कि ये इसमें humor आ गया है वापस थोड़ा बहुत. Though not
Yes.
completely humorous. This is
Yeah.
like, I think this is the genre and where you thrive in humor. थोड़ा बहुत
Yes.
थोड़ा बहुत भी आ
Mm-hmm.
जाए तो yeah, I know I'm going to enjoy it because the silent battle was little serious. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
that was not well written. It was very well written and an important message was sent out in that also. But I was missing that, Namita वाला humor नहीं है इसमें कहाँ आएगा?
Then the silent battle is like even I don't recommend too many of them unless because there are too many triggers in that. So
Hmm.
I'm now because now after so many months I'm having second thoughts like how many people would really want to read that story because of
Hmm.
all those triggers. So and then it is so different from what I have written till now.
Yeah.
But then let's see, which is out. It's already out.
ऑडियंस खुद ढूंढ लेती है अपनी बुक्स इट्स ओके
Uh, uh. Now it's published, so it's published. So there's no point of getting second thoughts. But then you always get those thinking like, पता नहीं मतलब correct है कि
या
नहीं.
दैट आई कंप्लीटली अंडरस्टैंड आफ्टर द बुक गोज आउट यू लाइक कहीं जल्दी तो नहीं कर दी कहीं गलत तो नहीं कर दिया
हाँ. पता
या
नहीं पसंद आएगी क्या इतना ट्रिगर है किसी को ट्रिगर हो गया तो
या
nowadays I also put a little trigger warning when I'm promoting that book. There
या
are triggers, self harm is there, so then अपने
या
सोच समझ के बुक उठाओ.
यस Yeah, that's a good call, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings me to the end of the questions I had for you. You have also read my latest book. The floor is now yours.
Like I said yesterday, I am in love with the cover. I mean,
Yeah,
I love the
thank you.
cover. It's the flowers and everything, and then you are standing with an. I mean, I assume this is you.
Yeah, it is me,
And
yes.
this is you. So I just love like the way the colors are there. It just contradicts like the dress you are wearing, green color shirt. I just love it. I mean, it's
Thank you so
the
much.
cover is also from Gemini
Gemini,
AI.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's done a very good job. And secondly, I want to acknowledge this fact that yeah, I mean, I love it.
thank
So
you.
I mean, such nice colors. I mean, you can frame it somewhere. Like you already frame, it's already there behind. I can see. Huh?
Yeah,
It's very nice. I mean, I love the cover. And then
thank
I
you.
want to acknowledge the fact that you have addressed this thing about using AI in your books. Now, when I was about to publish Aurora's Call, I wanted to put some illustrations in that, some kind of doodles. But the thing was that, like, I saw your reel where you said that for us indie authors, when we have to invest in illustrations, it is not something that we can do because the ROI is not same similar. So for us, it's very Keen Little Cuckoo. See, I have faced that thing when I was pitching Keen Little Cuckoo. I almost reached out to around 70, 80 of them,
Oh my God. Wow.
and most of them had like such a big budget, big timeline. One or two of them sent me samples, and I was not like I didn't just like those. It was not giving that vibe.
Yeah,
So then you have to invest so much money. So then you keep thinking like what you should do. Is it even a good call? Aurora's call, I also thought maybe I'll try using AI and anything, but then I was like, no, there can be a backlash. I don't know if I am ready to take that right now. So I just published it without any illustrations. But then your book came in, and now I'm feeling slightly confident after reading this, after looking at this, that it is okay to put it out. It is okay to use AI right now because let's be real,
yeah,
publishers, it's very different. When publishers hire illustrators, they have a different distribution market, they can
yes.
sell the books. But when we as individuals are trying to sell the books, we will never even break even.
Yeah, exactly.
If- even in next 15, 20 years, with the kind of marketing we are doing, with the kind of resources we have, we will never break even.
Yeah,
So yeah, we have to take a call. Either we can just dump our story somewhere or leave it, never publish it, or just go out and make use of technology. So there's no shame in using technology. That's okay, because sometimes you have to make use of what
exactly.
you have.
Yeah,
You
various factors
can't.
are involved. Yeah,
Yeah, because anyways, technology has been evolving. First, we used to use typewriter to type on
yeah.
paper, right?
Now we are
Now
using
we are
digital
using
keyboards and
computers.
whatnot. Yeah,
So even for publishers, when we were writing books, previously they used to write the whole manuscript and they used to
yeah,
send it. Now they are not doing. Everybody wants it on the email. So technology is evolving. So came in AI right now. AI is also technology. So it's okay. Use it wisely. Just don't be a blind follower of AI and
yeah,
don't just use it for anything. But yeah, you can use it for your benefit because ultimately it is for us. It is helping us. So there's a fine balance in it, but yeah, there's no shame in using AI. So I'm really, really thankful that you put it out because you
thank
have
you.
given me
So
confidence
glad, so
after
glad
this.
that has
Yeah.
resonated with you because I was also very nervous about putting this out. And in fact, Sukana, if Sukana is here, I'm just going to give a shout out to her. Sukana and Siddhant, they are very good friends of mine.
Mm,
And when I pitched the idea to them that, I thinking of using Gemini or AI to generate the illustrations
mm,
because, it's just not in my budget to hire an
mm,
illustrator. And they were like, backlash aayega Manali. I think we should put the
mm,
disclaimer first and,
mm,
in be as honest as possible in the disclaimer and tell your reasons to the people why you are doing this. And this was
mm,
completely their idea because putting a disclaimer was very important and telling my
mm,
reasons for choosing AI was also very important. So yeah,
mm.
I'm seeing that putting that disclaimer is making a whole world of difference because a lot of people
Yeah.
are resonating with my reasons for choosing Gemini.
Mm. Yeah, most of them, like indie authors, are definitely going to resonate. There will be illustrators who will get offended after this, but then see, it is the need of the hour. What can we do?
Yeah.
If we want to publish our work outside, we have to take call. We have to take a call. So, like for me, I just put out Aurora's call without any illustrations, but मतलब दिल से I wanted to make illustrations for that book, and but I never chose to. But then looking at this, I feel like, yeah, I mean, it's I am not the only one who is having these issues. There are people like me, and then there are
Yes.
people like you who are choosing to make this call. So maybe I should take, some lesson from this, and just not be afraid of using something for my benefit if it is helping me, because आप सबको खुश नहीं कर सकते. There will some always be someone who will say that you have done something wrong.
Yeah.
There will
Exactly.
always be some, yeah. Even now, when I see like there's so many people who say that you're even writing with AI. And today morning, I read a post by Frida McFadden. So she made a very nice post about this thing where she said that whenever I get on Facebook, I see two types of people. One who are accusing authors of using AI, and second, authors who are saying that we did not use AI, who are just defending themselves. But then the thing is that out of these two, people who are constantly accusing others of using AI, if writing a book was so easy, why don't you use AI and write a book and make money? Why are you just sitting behind that laptop and accusing others of making
Yeah.
using AI and writing a book? If it is so easy, just do it. And that thing, I felt like, yeah, that's so true. Even I sometimes used to feel like, what I'm writing, maybe someone will come up and say that this is AI, even if it is not AI. So what do I do? Should I just go on defending myself? If someone comes and says that you used AI, should I defend myself? But then no, there's a better answer to it. If using AI and writing a book is so easy, you go do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You make money,
I
you go
love
do
this. I'm
it.
also going to keep saying this.
Yeah. That
अगर
if
इतना
it is
इजी
so
लग रहा
easy,
है आप
you
भी,
do it.
कोई
Yeah.
बोलेगा तो बोल दूंगे हाँ अंकल आप भी करके
हाँ.
देखो ना बहुत इजी है
आप भी
करो.
कर लो ना. हाँ, इट्स सो इजी, तो आप भी करो मतलब. एंड पीपल फील दैट फॉर अस वी आर मेकिंग लाइक डॉलर्स एंड डॉलर्स ऑफ मनी.
Yeah.
It's not like that. Only we know like how much we are making and what kind of effort goes behind that. Because we are so passionate about writing, we come up with these ideas we are putting out, because our books are so different. Like I will not say that we write novels only, because
Yeah.
we are not writing novels, because both of our works are very different. We write short stories. We are just constantly experimenting. Like this one comes into a comic genre. If I say comic or manga, it
Yeah.
will become that one. So it's like we are constantly experimenting. We are seeing, we are
With
putting out our
genres, yeah.
ideas out there. Yeah. So we are making that cause, right, that we have the talent, we have that creativity, we want to show it to the world,
Exactly.
and
and
we should be
and
proud
and
of
if it is
ourselves.
not in our budget or in our resources, we are using whatever is possible for us to make that happen.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think we are doing a service कि हमने इतनी अच्छी book लिखी है despite the
Hmm.
impediments that we are facing, and
Hmm.
we found a solution to the problems that we are facing on the way.
Yes. Because for example, your book, you have put out so many personal anecdotes over here. Like when you read, you start laughing, and you think like, "अरे ये तो मेरे साथ भी हुआ है." So this is something, it will make you feel good. So if you are getting something like this free of cost on your laptop, on your phone, you pull up that book, you just read, it makes you feel better. So it's a service, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just because like I should not put out illustrations and illustrators will feel bad and I'm going to offend someone and I shouldn't be using AI because it is unethical, you are going to miss our services. You will miss everything.
एक लाइन याद आ रही है, तुमको खुश करने के चक्कर में किडनी बेच दूं क्या यार.
हाँ, अब वही है ना. So yeah, I mean, I really wanted to acknowledge this fact. Like even I last 2 3 covers I used AI to generate my covers. So I just used to put a
The
disclaimer in
prompt.
my,
Yeah,
हाँ.
अच्छा.
No, in my
The
book
disclaimer
that
in
it
your
is,
book, yeah.
हाँ, AI generated cover है. But then उसमें भी मुझे लगता था ना, पता नहीं अभी फिर कोई कवर बनाने वाला आके बोलेगा कि
You
क्यों
are
बनाया.
taking my job.
But the thing is, कभी कभी we don't even make how much I paid for the cover.
Exactly.
So
People don't understand that.
Uh,
I mean,
so you
I'm
are not
not
paid.
offending the illustrator. I want to pay them, but I should also have
हाँ,
that much money to pay, no?
एग्जैक्टली सो आई एम ओपन टू डू दैट आई वांट टू पे यू मतलब मुझे भी किसी का जॉब लेके अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है बट देन द थिंग इज व्हाट डू आई डू मेरी स्टोरी बिना कवर के तो बाहर नहीं जा सकती
Exactly. Tanvi
कवर
is
तो
relating
चाहिए
so hard to us. She's saying even when an author would write, they would research or surf on the internet for getting to know something what they don't know. So now that is being done with AI, and every I believe everything is to be done that way. Huh, that is true. We are using AI for our research purposes also, right?
hmm
So who is
वही
not
सब
using it? Even Google is a form
and
of AI
even
only.
like okay forget everything now you open Google was something which we used to do research and brainstorming and everything you put a prompt on Google to search something it will give you an AI overview
Yeah,
अब गूगल यूज करना भी बंद कर दे क्या Now can you
exactly.
imagine? So when I used to write these articles on my blog, I used to be so sure like SEO and these things and optimize it so that it comes in the search engine and everything. Now the point is, even if my website is optimized, Google will never go there. They're just giving an AI overview. Whoever is doing that research will never come to my website. They are not coming. AI, they're
Tanvi,
just
Tanvi
they're
is right.
generating
This is
the.
turning into
हाँ,
grievances वाला session, which is true. हम अपनी सारी भड़ास निकाल रहे हैं.
नहीं तो क्या करे ना बोल रहे मतलब
क्या
मुझे
करें?
this is something that I feel like I have spent almost like more than 3 years building that website, building content on that, giving out like new ways to help parents and kids and everything. And now I feel like when I go on Google, पहले मैं करती थी I used to put the prompt and see that is my website coming up, is my article coming up, is it on the first, second, third link. Now there is no point because people
क्योंकि
won't come till they.
the top research is a summary of AI. Yeah, the top
हाँ
result is always a summary now.
it's a summary of the AI. So people don't go scroll down till there and they are not going to, and then people nowadays they don't even have the patience to read the whole article.
True. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, so things are
Yeah,
changing, time
that
is
has been
changing.
increasingly happening with me also. When I ask people to read my books, or
Hmm.
they are interested in reading the book, but they are not readers. They are like, तू मुझे ऐसा एक पैराग्राफ में बता देना तेरी बुक कैसी है.
Imagine. Book फेंक के मारेगा वो. Because there was this Bewitched, नहीं नहीं, Small Wonder.
हम्म.
ये सुना है
हाँ,
उसमें
वो
वो
ऐसा
बुक
खोल
ऐसे
के
ऐसे
पढ़
ऐसे
लेती थी. हाँ,
तो वैसा कुछ होता है ऐसे बुक मारते सिर पे भी चला जाता.
ये लो, consume the
Just
content
hope.
like this. See.
Maybe you never know. In some days, that is also going to happen. You just look at the book and your eye will scan everything. I
Yeah,
am.
Tanvi
Yes,
is
I'm
also
going to
saying heard
surprise
that
if this
many times.
happens.
Please summarize it for me. हाँ, ये तो मतलब बहुत बड़ा दर्द है.
Imagine.
Anyway, let's come back to the topic. We are discussing our books, and now you are talking about my book.
So that was the main highlight I wanted to talk about. Like, yeah, using AI was something that you have done, and proud of you.
Thank you.
Plus, I just love the way these illustrations are made. I mean, they are so goofy and quirky. So it's very cute. And the
Thank
thing
you.
is that you have presented it like a real life. You did not try to, mask her, make her look like,
Yeah,
what do
she's
I
not
say?
a
I don't
model.
even have
Yeah,
a, not like a model or something, but when you look at the pictures, you feel like,
yeah. We are not
uh,
always like tip top.
हाँ एंड यू फील लाइक हाँ ये मैं ऐसा होता है मतलब मैंने भी किया है सो देयर वर अ फ्यू पेजेस व्हिच आई लाइक अभी है ना आई विल हैव टू स्क्रॉल थ्रू अदरवाइज आई वोंट फाइंड आउट सो देयर वाज दिस बबल रैप थिंग
Yes.
balloons also work to be honest really
Actually, I love do
और
love balloons also.
and there were two three I thought I'll हाँ this one dancing without inhibition. This is me. This is me. When I am
Oh,
alone at home, when I'm cooking, I'm dancing. But the thing is, my windows are not that big, so nobody will know. But yeah, my neighbors would definitely think that he kya gaane bajati rehte because he no one is Indian. So so
मेरे तो
nobody would
बहुत ही
ever.
बेकार वाले गाने होते हैं यार.
So my songs are also like that, and I'm dancing, and I'm like nobody's watching. I don't care, and I'm singing loudly. So yeah, definitely my neighbors will think that something has happened to her if this come and see me.
I hope they are rating my performance though. That is the important thing. देखो कोई बात नहीं.
The rating performance तक तो ठीक है. For me, they'll think that I'm possessed. And then there was one about the weight gain next day. Next day when you had a cheat meal and अभी ना मुझे मिल भी नहीं रहा है वो. Yeah, got it. This one. When you don't gain. अच्छा नहीं, this is different. Lost a kilo. No, there was one more where you don't gain weight even after having a cheat meal. Ice cream.
Yes.
किधर गए?
Wait. I think I will have to also look.
हाँ, because like I'll have to scroll and find out. It's a mark. I should have
हाँ
marked
मिल
it
गया ये
somewhere.
वाला W
ये
है बहुत पीछे है. It's the
अच्छा हाँ
alpha.
वे
It's the letter W.
हाँ.
हाँ.
So this
Weighing
is
machine displaying the same weight on the morning after my cheat day. This is the one.
yes. So this is also me because I check my weight every morning.
Wow.
Every
High
morning.
high.
I have to check my weight every morning. और कभी कभी ऐसा होता है when you have eaten a late dinner and you feel like आज तो मतलब फिर वेट ना बढ़ा हुआ आएगा. And anyways, that's not like a permanent weight or something, but many factors change your weight.
Yeah.
Your periods can change the weight, hormones can change the weight, late dinner, late food. So some days it's like I am watching Netflix binging. So I wake up in the morning thinking क्या पता नहीं weight कितना होगा, and you go and see no change. And I feel so
Such a
happy and
moment of joy.
relieved.
Yeah.
So yeah, because anyway, that's not a good way. It's not a healthy way to measure weight every day, but still, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay.
इसका कैप्शन मुझे बहुत पसंद है. My body shockingly chill about the 4 scoops of ice cream I ate yesterday.
Imagine कि मतलब हम इतना ना खा रहे हैं, but even our brain knows कि अरे पता नहीं क्या होगा, पता नहीं क्या होगा, but then it feels so happy at that particular moment that कुछ नहीं हुआ. Otherwise, you start regretting. Okay, that brings to my questions for you. Your book captures so many small everyday moments with humor and warmth, often highlighting the joy in mundane or overlooked experiences. How do you decide which moments from your life to include? And how do you balance the personal with the universal so readers can relate so easily?
Actually, no, this universal factor comes into all of my books, I think, because I always think कि what will the reader think. मुझे तो अच्छा
Hmm.
लग रहा है. Reader को भी इतना ही feel relatable होगा क्या? In fact, during the book launch also, I did an offline book launch event recently, just last Sunday,
Hmm.
and I was surprised that the host Sakshi, one of the questions that she asked me was, we they googled it. What is the one word that is used to describe author Manali Desai? And I was surprised that the result came out as relatable. So I was so happy knowing that. She was like, yes, Manali, we googled it, and the most often used word to describe your writing is relatable.
Wow.
आई वॉज वेरी हैप्पी. सो आई एम लाइक यस, चलो मेहनत काम आ रही है कि मैं हर बार सोचती हूँ कि लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा कि नहीं. दैट्स अ
Hmm.
गुड थिंग टू हैव, एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव फॉलोड इन दिस बुक ऑल्सो. दो सम ऑफ देम आर रियली पर्सनल, आई फेल्ट दैट लोगों को पता चलना चाहिए कि ये मेरी लाइफ के बारे में. दिस टाइम आई
Hmm.
डिडंट वांट टू होल्ड माई सेल्फ बैक with
Okay.
relation to anything, any content in
Hmm.
the book. This is like my unhinged, unfiltered self I wanted to go out. So इस बार inhibition थोड़ा कम था about the
Hmm.
relatability factor, but even then I had that thought in my mind कि इसको universal तो करना है, because I knew women will be able to relate. I know many of my women friends would be able to
Yeah.
relate to this because I have
True.
talked so much about body positivity. I've talked about food. I have talked about
Hmm.
shopping. I have talked about reading. These are the things yet the women around me enjoy on a very very high level, I must say. है थोड़ा स्टीरियोटिपिकल है, बट हम ऐसे ही है, आई थिंक. सम
Hmm.
स्टीरियोटाइप्स आर ट्रू आल्सो. So
Hmm.
those are the pointers that I focused on, where I was sure that people around me would be able to relate. Those are the kind of things that I focused on. And when it came to focusing on the other factors, like my married life, or talking about my jobs or my work,
Hmm.
all those things, I was like, ठीक है, maybe people might not be able to relate to my profession, but they will be able to relate to the feeling that I have while I'm working on something. For instance, when I'm talking about receiving a mail, I have written that, a mail that finally found me well. I was like, ये लिखते वक्त भी मुझे हंसी आ रही थी, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि
Hmm.
ये बहुत सारे लोगों को इसमें रिलेटेबल फैक्टर आएगा, क्योंकि दैट इज द
हाँ.
लाइन वी यूज इन एवरी मेल irrespective of our
Yeah.
profession. So yeah, that is the kind of tactic that I
Hmm.
use to make it as universal as possible, but also keeping it personal. And as to the pointers that didn't make it in the book, I think after a point I was like, nahi, abhi kafi ho gaya. I should stop now. That was the point where I was like, no, no. At one point, I was thinking about making it 200 plus, but
Hmm.
again, I reached out to my Bookstagram buddies, and they were like, "नहीं, 200 थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, preachy हो जाएगा उसके बाद. So stop. Let's stop at 150. Let's stop at
Maybe
somewhere between
it's
150 to
time for a
180."
sequel.
No, I don't think I'm doing a sequel. Not at this moment, but let's see. Never say never.
Yeah, yeah, never say never. Maybe like if this is something that people are loving so much, then maybe it does call for a sequel. Not
Yeah,
if not a sequel, but at least something else on the same lines. Because I don't know about profession wise or not profession wise, but yeah, most of them are so relatable because this is real life.
yeah,
Talk about everything because it's not that filtered plastic and everything सब कुछ एकदम shape में real life is not like that. So I
yeah.
really love that factor in the book.
Thank you.
So
Thank
yeah, I
you.
mean, that makes it relatable. And one more thing, sharp comedy. Because email that found you well. The thing was like, I think sometime back I did tell you this thing that when we are reading a book, when we are watching a movie or a comedy show or something, mostly you'll see there are some prompts like laughter prompts behind, which clicks our brain ki हाँ यहाँ
Yeah.
हंसना है, this is the joke. But there are very few shows where do not have this laughter prompts. So books come into that category, and
Yeah.
your book has. So we need that kind of when you're reading that kind of sharp comedy, you take like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and like so
True.
there were moments in the book where you felt like, and then, acha, it takes 2 seconds or 3 seconds, like what? But it feels so funny. So I really liked the way it was put. Like Zabardasti, you did not make anyone try to make anyone laugh, but it is something कि अगर तुमने शांति से पढ़ा है तो you are definitely going to enjoy it and definitely it is going to make you laugh out loud.
Thank you.
So you have to
So
sit
happy.
there
Yeah.
and be in that book. So I really love that humor part. Now, it brings to my next question. The illustrations in the book are so charming and full of personality, making the book feel alive. Can you walk us through your creative process for combining text and visuals and how you decide what to illustrate versus what to convey through words alone?
Okay. So this was, I think, 4 or 5 step process. The entire, coming together of one illustration, one pointer plus illustration plus caption. It was a 5 step process. First came the pointers, of course, all the snippets from my life that I could think of from. I was following to the A to Z theme, so that was, I was taking each letter from the English alphabet and putting down 5 to 6 pointers from each letter. So that came first. From A, for instance, there is an awesome comeback at the right time and things like that. So yeah, those were the pointers that I put out first. So I I wrote this book as part of a writing challenge like you in April 2025, and for the challenge I had stuck to 5 pointers for each alphabet, each letter. And by the end of the challenge, I'm bad at math, but 26 into 5 jitne ho gaye the pointers. So the
समझ
pointers
गए.
were ready. And for that challenge, I did not focus so much on the illustrations because for each post that I was doing, each alphabet that I was working on, out of the 5 pointers I put only 2 illustrations. 5 में से 2 के ही illustration मैंने बनाए थे उस challenge के लिए. But I was very sure if and when I do decide to convert it into a book, I wanted an illustration for each pointer. ये दिमाग में था मेरे. But not at that time. It was not a priority then. So at that time, what I did was I did a combination of black and white and colorful illustrations. Now, for the colorful illustrations that I did, I used my own photographs from my life taken at different points of time. And yes, so I converted those into animated versions of our own photographs. Me and my husband, me and my family, or just me, my solo pics. I used those and converted those into animated versions using different apps. There are many apps available where you can convert your photographs into animated versions, and they are also available for free. So I used those, and after the challenge ended, I had about again, I'm bad at math, so 26 into 2, if you do, those many illustrations were ready. And they were a combination of colorful and black and white. The black and white ones I had created on various apps like Canva and Pixar. There were a few available on Canva. If you put comic strip, story strip, ऐसा कुछ डालोगे तो आ जाते हैं, एक दो मिल जाएंगे. So I used those. And after the challenge ended, and after the looking at the response from the challenge, because I was putting out these posts as a part of the writing challenge on my blog. During the challenge, I was getting many positive comments and feedback on the particular post that I was doing around this. So that encouraged me. That gave me the thought, and the push that I needed to instill confidence in me that this can work as a book also. Till that time, till I was that time I was just experimenting. I was not sure if I wanted to convert it into a book. So after the challenge ended, I went back to the people who had commented on my post, who had, in fact, 4 or 5 of them had also encouraged me to convert this into a book someday. So I went back to those few bloggers who had made that comment, and I asked them what was the bit that they liked more. Were those the colorful illustrations, or were those the black and white illustrations? So they immediately said that the black and white illustrations were more charming. So that's when the decision to stick to only black and white and chuck out the colorful illustrations came in. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, I had used my own photographs as a base for the colorful illustrations. I can't kept the base as the same. I referred to my own photographs as a reference point for putting the prompts in Google Gemini for generating the illustrations for most of them. I think more than 60 to 70% of them I have used my own photographs as a reference. So let's look at this. I'll give you a very एकदम proper example I will give you. There's a tulip field wala photo where the girl is standing in a tulip field. Wait, let me just search for it. This might take a few moments. Yes, this one from the letter F. Fully bloomed flowers after a long winter. You see this girl, she's standing in a tulip field. So I referred to my own photograph where I was, wearing a floral skirt, a long sleeved blouse, and I was standing in a tulip field. So these are the kind of prompts that I used. So what was the prompt that I put here exactly? I will tell you. A woman in her 30s. She's wearing a floral flat skirt, and a long sleeve blouse. She's standing in a tulip field, and she's bespectacled. She's wearing specs. ये तो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट था क्योंकि हर इलस्ट्रेशन में मुझे चश्मे वाली लड़की दिखानी थी तो ये तो मेन पॉइंट था सो I don't think I got it at the first attempt, but it took about 4 6
It
attempts,
takes
and
time.
you get it. So I used my own photographs and my creative abilities like that. I mean, after having worked and written on so many books and working on various contents, I think you also have that kind of experience. इतना तो आ जाता है creativity दिमाग में. You have an idea in your head where you are able to picturize it also. Like you were also mentioning with your book also, you had illustrations in mind, so you had a clear idea in your head what was going on in the story, and you wanted to convert it into a pictorial visualization for the reader also, so we know what it looks like. After that it becomes a how you're able to describe it to your prompter, like Google Gemini for me. So yeah, I put in as much details as possible in the prompter and tried to make it what I had in mind. And yeah,
Hmm.
that's the result that you see.
Maybe you should have a workshop in this on this
Yeah,
topic.
I have been, that has been suggested to me by many people.
Maybe just like, have a online workshop or just make a guide for all of us.
Yes, it was a fun experience and I would love to share
Yeah.
it. So yes, I am also thinking about along those lines, a workshop around how you can tame Google Gemini.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's a very, it will be helpful for many people, like even for me. Because the thing is, when I was even making this covers, I was using AI, but then it was just like I just wanted one image. So I knew
Yeah,
like what kind of cover I want, even if I had to try different ways and different formats, and you're just giving prompts.
yeah,
But then when you are going to make illustrations for a book, where
yeah,
you want, similar kind of looking
yes,
characters,
yes,
so that is where it becomes challenging because
yeah, and
every new generated image, it might have a different looking character. So, but having the
exactly.
same kind of character and same presence, but just the setting is different. That is one of the biggest challenge.
Yes.
So AI
And
use
I
करना
think
इतना आसान
that
नहीं
was the
है.
one factor that I was worried about when I decided not to hire an illustrator. That was the one factor that I was worried about the most. How do I keep the woman looking the same all
Same.
through the entirety
Okay.
of all 162 illustrations? But I think आ गया है
Yeah,
वो
yeah. No, it's
हाँ
a fair job. Huh?
yeah
Yes, and so that is what I was saying. It's not easy to use AI. If people think that just but kar liya. It's not like that. Even for one illustration, you have to spend maybe sometimes hours behind
yeah
that illustration to
no
get
sometimes
that.
days sometimes
Sometimes
days
to get that kind of picture that you're looking for,
yes.
right? Yeah. So
Yeah. Now we move on to the fun part. I mean, we have been having fun so far also, but the more
mhm.
fun part, rapid fire round. So how we'll do
Okay.
this, Namita, is we'll go back and forth. Okay, one question I
Okay.
ask, one question you ask.
Okay.
Okay. My first question, something I have been thinking about ever since I finished reading the book. If not Mumbai, which other metro city would you place Aurora's call in, maybe for the next story, and why?
So recently, I watched a show, Alice in Borderland. It was based in Japan, Tokyo. So
Oh,
when I was watching that show, I could see like it was not like Aurora's call, like futuristic climate wala thing nahi hai, but then they had too much technology, and it was like urban life, but then they also have that kind of technology. So maybe yeah, if I have to base my story next time, so maybe I'll put them in Tokyo.
actually, Japan is already very futuristic compared to the rest
Yes.
of the world. So yeah.
Yeah, and that show just made me feel like, oh my God. And they, in that show, the lasers are coming from the sky. They some
Wow.
how it's happening, but the lasers are coming from the sky. I was like, wow, this is the kind of technology we need.
Nice. I would love to read that. You can do a little bit of experimentation with it on your blog first. Let's see how it goes. And,
The book,
yeah, place this
nice.
character, place Dr. Noah in Japan and see how it works.
Maybe like
Yeah.
another. Oh yeah, maybe I can try.
Okay, your turn.
I just started thinking what can I do, and then I was like, अभी अभी पीछे आओ, अभी नहीं लिखना है. Okay. So my question. One everyday object you wish you could illustrate as a character.
My books. Definitely my books.
मैं जैसे बोला, I thought you will say books, and I was like about to add कि books नहीं बोलना, but then you said books.
I mean, not the books
Just
that I'm reading, the books that I've written. I want to understand how they feel after they are out in the world now. क्योंकि बनाने में तो मेरी मेहनत गई है. They also know. अभी
it
finished
will be
product.
so lovely to speak to your book. Like, what do
Yeah,
they think if we have done a good job or not?
exactly. मैम
They
ये
can
थोड़ा
give us
और
feedback.
अच्छा हो सकता था ऐसा कुछ बोल दिया तो.
और like the kids are always complaining to the parents कि तुमने मेरे लिए किया ही क्या है, तुम मुझे और अच्छा नहीं. Imagine your book yelling back at
Yeah.
you.
तुमने किया ही क्या सारा कमाल तो मेरा है.
पर मेरा कवर भी अच्छा नहीं बना है.
ये मुझे तो ये कपड़े नहीं पसंद, पता नहीं क्या पहना दिया है. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
This is why the rapid fire is so fun with you always. We always find something or the other thing weird to laugh about and think. Okay.
Wouldn't it be nice, you know? I'm still thinking that all my books are standing in front of me and everyone is complaining. Okay,
Yeah.
anyways, let's get to the next
Okay.
question.
Next one. Aurora borealis or aurora australis? Your preferred one to observe and enjoy the aurora, and why?
Okay, I used Aurora Australis in the book because the setup is in Antarctica, but my personal preference, I would really like to go and see the Northern Lights. Um, I want to go to Greenland where there is lot of ice, and I just want to go stay there, and I just wish that when I'm there, the lights are there,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
that green and blue, there's a different charm to that color. So I
Yes.
have this thing in my mind. I don't know if it will ever come true, but this is a dream. I really want to go to Greenland someday and just
You will.
stay. Yeah, I just hope. But I've seen a few videos and I saw some travel bloggers going there, and they have mentioned how Greenland looks like. And then there's a fun part that Iceland has no ice and Greenland has no greenery. So yeah, I just love
Yeah.
that thought. But then when I chose like कहाँ से मुझे देखना है, so there are other ways also from where you can see aurora borealis. But I want to go to Greenland, and then I want to have like in the night it's snowy and we are just wearing all that parka and all the cold things and we are watching the lights. So that is something I really really dream of. That is in my bucket list. So I don't know when, but hopefully one day.
It will happen. I mean.
Hopefully.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay. The funniest comment you have ever received about the book or your illustration?
Wow. That's going to be a little difficult now. Uh, but I think the one where two readers have met in a metro and they have read the same book and they connect on that. Just a minute. I'm going to have to find that one. I'm also doing search only. Huh. Yeah, this one. Finding a bookish friend.
Um,
So these two women, they are just commuting together and they have connected over a book that one of them is reading.
mhm.
And the caption here, 20 seconds away from sharing my OTP if they ask for it. It was not a weird comment, but somebody related to it so hard. They were like, हाँ ये पक्का मैं तो कर ही देती 20 सेकंड भी नहीं रुकती.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. So that was,
Okay.
yeah, that was, I didn't expect people, somebody to relate to that one so hard. So yeah,
But
that
only
was,
avid readers can relate to it. Like if
yeah,
you are a reader, yeah. So you can definitely relate to it. Because you get these species is very rare where you can really have a conversation about a book.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, my next
okay.
one. Of all the non-human characters in Aurora's Call, who would you like to meet the most and why? What would you do with them?
I would want to meet Barry, the bear, because I'm so much like him, and I feel bad when Bella said that she doesn't want to eat non-veg and fish and everything, and I love. Yes, I 5 minutes. 5 minutes only. I have to go pick up my son. So yeah.
Understood? Yeah.
So yeah, so I would like to really go and meet him someday because the way he used to feel sad that he's not getting his fish and he wants to have fun. So yeah, I would like to meet Barry someday and enjoy
Nice.
fish with him.
Yes. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Quirkiest travel memory that inspired any part of the book.
That is one where the couple is getting a photo clicked inside the hotel room. I think it's last. Wait. It's in the alphabet X, I feel. I'm just going to wait. Wait. Go right to X. So I know you have to hurry. So I'm going to hurry too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one. Xenial hospitality. So this is actually taken from a real travel experience where we were staying at a
Okay.
hotel and we were about to check out, and we had not taken. I just realized before checking out that we had not taken any photos inside the room, and I really wanted to, capture that particular room because it was very unique. So the hotel staff, one of the cleaners who were, cleaning the rooms, I asked them, and my husband's expression, as you can see, the husband here is thinking, is it amazement or embarrass? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed by her determination to get photos clicked, even at the cost of asking random strangers to click one. So yeah, that's one memory that's going to stay with me.
That's really cute.
Okay, my next
But
one. Combining Fitmelt and Aurora's call, come up with a quirky nugget that sums up one of the funny moments from the book, from your book.
mm, Dr. Noah doing something whenever, he feels like he has achieved in the counseling session at the end, he has that inner feeling that I did it, and he always remembers his girlfriend. So yeah, that is something,
Yeah,
internal. He has that internal monologue going in all the time. So that is something I think they can relate.
yeah, I think I'll help you create a Google Gemini illustration of the sorts. करते हैं कुछ collaborate.
हाँ, पक्का पक्का. Okay. If you could
Okay,
animate one illustration from Fitmelt into the futuristic world of Aurora's Call, which scene would it be and why?
I think Dr. Noah's girlfriend and Noah together, they were having a lot of trouble in the relationship, and after that, of course, they make amends and things are good, and they get married also. But I think the one illustration I feel like they would be able to relate to is where they will not agree on the entertainment factor because the girlfriend would like to see a rom com and Dr. Noah would not. And there is one instance where I have mentioned this particular thing
Hmm.
where the wife is asking the husband कि तुम ऑफिस कब जाने वाले हो
हाँ,
मुझे
कब
रोम कॉम
जाओगे?
देखनी है. So
Hmm.
that's one I
True.
think I will intersperse into the Aurora Calls universe, and yeah, I
Hmm.
think it will fit well.
Okay.
Okay, my last one. If you could give this book to one character from Aurora's Call, who would it be and why?
Um, to the seal, Zara, and also to Pip.
Yeah, पिप का पर्सनालिटी भी वैसा है ना यार.
Huh, I mean, very fun. And I think Zara will love it also because she's also that quirky kind of,
Yeah,
goofy things. And she's always jumping and falling down and doing those things. So she's definitely going to laugh out loud if she's
yeah.
reading this book.
Lovely. And your last question before I let
Oh,
you go now.
which quirky moment from your book do you think Dr. Noah Sharma would find the most relatable in his travels?
These travels. शादी के
Hmm.
बाद वाला तो यही वाला वो लग रहा है मुझे. किसी रिसोर्ट पे वो लोग जाएंगे एंड वाइफ विल बी लाइक कि फोटो खिंचवानी है एंड नोहा विल बी लाइक क्यों हर जगह फोटो खींचनी है इसको.
And the characters are also like that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think that brings us to the end of the rapid fire round. I had a bingo plan, but it's okay. You are running late. We can do it
Yeah.
sometime later. I'll
We
send you the
always
bingo.
go overtime.
Yeah.
Maybe next book.
Yes. So I'm going to let you go because you are running late. Thank you for once
Yes,
again for
please.
joining me, Namita. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. अब जल्दी book next book लिखो. We can do this again. The double digits episode is waiting for us.
Yes.
Chalo,
And
bye.
thank you for
Have a good
having
day.
me. I really enjoyed. Thank you. And bye bye
Yes.
everyone
Bye
for
bye everyone.
watching.
Yes.
Bye.